What's going on, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. Today we're going to be changing the differential covers on this 2010 Jeep Wrangler JKU. Alright guys, so about 2 weeks ago we went ahead and got this Jeep re-geared. We did go with 488s and we installed a limited slip rear end in this, a Detroit True Track. And we are a little bit past the 500-mile break-in, so we're going to go ahead and change the gear oil. But when we do that, we are going to go ahead and replace both the front and the rear differential covers. Now, these are Spicer aftermarket differential covers. They are made of steel, very sturdy, very tough, very heavy. And they also come with reusable gaskets, which is cool because you can take these on and off and not have to worry about replacing the gasket every time, which is great. So these also have a magnetic drain plug, as you'll see, both front and the rear. So we have a rear here for the Dana 44 and a front for the Dana 30. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to link these in the video description below. And I'm also going to link the gear oil we're going to be using. We are using Valvoline 75-140 because we are going to be towing jet skis and trailers every once in a while with this. So I want to make sure we have a nice thick viscous gear oil in there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come under here and we're just going to start ripping these bolts out, and we're going to leave the top one in very loosely. That way we can go ahead, knock this cover loose and drain the rear diff. Guys, so we are using these pouches here of, like I said, 75-140 because they're easier to use. You don't have a plastic bottle kind of limiting how you can fill this, and you don't need a pump. You just stick it in to either fill hole here and squeeze. So what I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to get that old cover off, drain the diff, and I'm going to put that cover next to this new one here, and we're going to see which fill hole here is closer to the factory one, and that's the one we're going to use to fill it because we do not want to overfill this guy either. So to remove these, you're going to need either a 13mm or a 1/2-inch socket. We're going to be using 1/2-inch. They fit a little bit better. We already went ahead, broke a couple of these loose. We're just going to finish breaking them loose, and like I said, we're going to leave the top couple in, just very loosely. Alright guys, so we got these all loose except for one, so we're just going to go ahead with our dead blow here. And we're basically going to tap on it until it comes off, and that's when the gear oil is going to start to come out. Alright guys, so you'll see now we got some gear oil coming out. We're just going to go ahead, loosen this top nut up a little bit more, pull it back, and let it drain. Alright guys, so what we're going to do here now is just kind of inspect everything, look and see how our new gears are wearing in. They look to be wearing really well, so we're just going to let this finish draining, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and take this razor blade, and we're going to clean off the mating surface here for our new cover. So once you get all your heavy debris off, or heavy RTV sealant off, we're going to go ahead and take this Scotch-Brite here and just very carefully go ahead and get the rest of it off. Then we're going to get some brake clean here and clean this housing out nice and clean so that we can go ahead and install our new cover. Alright guys, so I cheated here. I brought out the whiz wheel and just kind of cleaned that up a little bit better. It's just faster. If you don't have a whiz wheel, emery cloth works fine. It's just the whiz wheel is faster. The only thing I don't like about the whiz wheel is that it throws the debris all over the gears. So like I said, we got our brake clean here. I'm probably gonna damn near empty a can cleaning this housing out, and then we're gonna go ahead and slap our new cover back on. So we basically sprayed until the brake clean came out clean. So now we're gonna go ahead, use our air hose here with a blowgun, blow this out, get our cover, start getting it ready. Guys, we got our new cover on. All we really need to do is torque these down and find the one bolt that I'm missing that is somewhere. But other than that, everybody in the comments on this thing seems to have issues with breaking these bolts. So just snug them down. You don't have to kill them. I don't intend to kill them. I'm probably going to give them between 18 and 20 foot-pounds. And then we're going to go ahead and fill it up. You really only need gear oil to the bottom of your axle tubes here, so I'm going to fill this with the bottom fill plug here. The only issue is the Jeep is kind of on an incline right now, so I'm going to fill it. And then we're going to go ahead and drive it to where it's level, and then double check our level. But we're just, like I said, going to go ahead, tighten these down, and go from there. Alright guys, we went ahead, snugged all of our bolts down. We tightened our upper fill plug. We removed our lower fill plug, and we tightened our drain plug. So we're going to go ahead and take our gear oil here. I need 2 hands for this, but we're going to go ahead and slide it in, fill it up. Alright guys, so you're going to want to fill this until it starts draining out like that, basically. So we're going to go ahead and put this fill plug back in. Then we're going to go ahead and level the Jeep off and just double check it, and then we'll go ahead and tackle the front. Alright guys, so here we are up front. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to remove all these 13mm bolts, get our drain pan ready, tap this with a hammer, drain it, clean it, take it from there. Alright guys, so you can just see the size difference here between the Dana 30 and the 44. This is a much smaller gear set, which is why it's in the front. But we're going to do the same thing here. Razor blade, we're going to clean as much of this heavy RTV off as we can. Then we're going to finish it up over here with our whiz wheel, which is somewhere. And then we'll go ahead and get the new cover on. Alright guys, we got this all cleaned up, nice and clean. Went ahead and cleaned out the housing. Again, emptied almost a whole can of brake clean in here. Blew it out with the blowgun, and we got our mating surface pretty much clean. It's about as clean as I'm going to make it, and as clean as it really needs to be. So now we're going to come around back, show you what we got going on here. We have our new Dana 30 cover here. Now the reason we're doing this is, number one, for rigidity. These are very heavy and very thick steel. And number two, for when we're out in the trails, if we bang into anything, you know, any stumps, any rocks, things like that, these stamped steel ones are just going to bend or break and leave you stranded in the trail. These are going to help deflect whatever you're hitting and prevent damage. So that is why we are using them. We have our new hardware here. We have our gasket already set up. We're going to go ahead, slide this on into place, tighten all these down, and then we're going to look at our drain or our fill plugs again and see which one makes the most sense and fill it up. Alright guys, we got our front one done. Went ahead and filled it up just like we did the back one, just filled it up and still started trickling out. So now all I'm going to do, like I said before, I'm going to back this thing up, put it on level ground. I'll probably go right over there by the driveway. Just double check the levels and make sure everything's good. And then we're going to go take it for a ride, check for leaks. Alright guys, then we're done. It's that easy to service the differentials on your Jeep. So like I said, the main reason that we did this today was because we had to do the break-in oil change on these new gears. We went to 488s, and we figured, you know what, why not upgrade? Put nice new diff covers on there, strengthen the axles a little bit, prevent us from getting stuck on the trail. Let's just take a quick peek back here, see how it looks finished. And it looks awesome. So if this video helped you service the differentials on your 2007 all the way until 2018 Jeep Wrangler JKU or JK, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, I'm going to go ahead and drop all the products we used down in the video description below. If you do buy from those links, it does help us out. We'll see you next time.